are Kobe 11s. If you've seen the other videos that we've come out with, you already know what the Kobe 11 box looks like. These are a pretty different sort of style for the Kobe 11s. You'll see in a while, but basically the official colorway is cool gray, team red, and wolf gray. Open this guy up. And here are the sneakers. These are the first teardown versions of the Kobe 11s. So these are the Kobe 11 EM or engineered mesh models, and these come in the colorway that is popularly known as the Aces colorway, that is inspired by or pays homage to Kobe's high school team, which is the Lower Merion Aces. Now, you notice when I said that these are Kobe's, I didn't say Zoom Kobe 11s, because these do not use Zoom Air, and we'll get to that in a bit. But here's a quick 360 of the shoe. It's predominantly gray, which is the home color, I believe, of the Lower Merion Aces, or the away color, but mostly it's gray and white for that high school team. Here's the view from the back, and here's a view of your medial side. Okay, now starting from the bottom, it's got the same sort of traction that you get with Kobe 11s. The only thing that's pretty noticeably different here is that, unlike most of the Kobe 11s that have come out, except the Black History Month Kobe 11s, and I'm not sure if there's any other model out there aside from Kobe 11 IDs, but these feature a solid outsole. So it's not see-through, it's not translucent, it's solid rubber, which I think may help with the traction issues that you get with the Kobe 11s. It's basically the same sole with the Kobe 11 Elites, only the differences you'll see in a bit. But same everything, the code that you get on the design, the Kobe logo, everything is basically the same as what you get with the Kobe 11 Elites. You get a swoosh here on the upper, and again, the upper is different. It's engineered mesh. If you're not yet familiar with the engineered mesh models, you can backtrack and look at your Kobe 8s and Kobe 9s, which use that material. Going up to the upper, you've got engineered mesh pretty much on 95% of the shoe. It's got engineered mesh from toe to heel, and you've got an overlay of hyperfuse here on the toe and on the side, and going up to the heel over here, which is pretty much just support, because these are high wear areas and you don't want these parts getting torn up while you're playing ball. It also implements a very different style of flywire here on the lacing system. Now, if you've been using Nike for a while, you know that Nike likes to use flywire as a support system for the shoes to give it that sort of integrity, especially for basketball, and also to help you get a one-to-one sort of fit, because what these flywire do is that they're basically starting here on the lacing system, wrapping around your foot. So when you tighten your shoelaces, it basically makes the material snugly grip onto your foot and giving you that one-to-one feel. The only reason why I'm saying that this is sort of differently executed here on the Kobe 11s is that they're very thick. I'm not even sure if that's flywire, just because of how thick it is. It's almost as thick as shoelaces. So if you know if this is still flywire, or if you know what it's called, please do put in a comment and let us know. I'm not very familiar with this sort of technology. But anyway, it's engineered mesh, it's light, it's breathable, so I'm excited to see how well these guys perform on court because of that. There is an overlay of fuse under the mesh material in certain areas too, which kind of peek through. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but over here on the toe, you have an overlay of fuse here, and then you've got your engineered mesh, but there's still another overlay of what looks like plastic underneath that. But the rest of the shoe, you can see, is pretty much just engineered mesh. You've got pretty nice shoelaces that come with the shoe. It's basically gray, but it's got maroon speckles, which I think is a nice touch. And you've got your Kobe logo on the tongue, or the maroon color, and it's pretty much glued onto synthetic leather tongue and more engineered mesh for your tongue here on the medial side of your foot, or the medial side of the shoe. On the back of the shoe, you get your 4 stitches here that alludes to Kobe's ankle injury. So the stitches used to heal that up, and of course the lower Merion Aces logo. So it's one of those straightforward Kobe models where you don't have to guess what the shoes sort of represent in Kobe's life. It is pretty much being mentioned here on the back of the shoe. Another interesting part of the shoe is the insole. If you recall, before I started talking about these shoes over here, I said that these are not Zoom Kobe 11s, and the reason why I said that is because there is no Zoom used in the shoe. If you look at the inserts, so it's still a drop-in midsole, but the midsole makes use of basically just lunar line. So it's a lunar line insole, and it's got file line here on the bottom, which is a lot stiffer. So maybe to give you more of that springy sort of rigidity when you're running. But that's basically lunar line. And another thing that they took off, aside from the Zoom unit that used to be here, was the Nike Free sort of inspired grooves here on the forefoot. If you've seen the Bruce Lee video we came out with, you would know that the forefoot of the Kobe 11 Elites feature cut sort of forefoot area for the foam, so it's really flexible inside the shoe. This is still flexible, but it's not going to give you the same range of motion that you would have gotten with the Elite Kobe 11s. But it is significantly cheaper than the Kobe 11s, about I believe $25 to $50 cheaper than your usual Kobe 11 Elite. So, I'm thinking this might be a good Kobe for outdoor play, or